Everyone, good morning. Let's see, in this you are going to learn in 60 days how to score 80 plus marks in JEE. This is only for the students who have learned somewhat about the topics related to JEE in previous. So it's a short revision and schedule plan for the 60 days. And in part 1, I explained everything. In part 1, what is the weightage of each chapter, algebra how much part, calculus how much part. I had explained this thing part 1. Now you are watching part 2, second lecture. To watch the part 1, go to my playlist or you can go to my videos and watch it. In part 2, I am going to discuss about where, in which area the JEE means asking the questions, topic wise, and which area you have to focus more and practice more to get a rank in JEE. See, algebra, I already told you 45% paper asking from algebra in JEE 2020, 45% they asked in JEE 2020. So in these algebraic topics, first topic name is matrices and determinants. Matrices and determinants is the first topic. Determinants. Matrices and determinants is the first topic. In this topic, you have the number of questions, 30 questions. Number of questions are 30. 30 questions are there. In that, 30 questions were asked in JEE 2020. Okay, this is I already informed you in the previous lecture. Now we are going to learn in detail which area they are asking. Like a point number 1 in this chapter, they are asking about types of matrices related questions, and like a power 20, a power 9, a power 4 related questions, and trace of a matrix, algebra or trace of a matrix, right? Like symmetric matrix, skew symmetric matrix. Based on this, they are asking. Later, they are asking about integral power of matrices. Integral power of matrices, that is, I just told you now, a power 20, a power 4. These are integral power of matrices. And they are asking about basic related matrices, right here, trace of a matrix, symmetric, Hamiltonian matrix, skew Hamilton matrix. Based on this, they are asking 5 questions. 5 questions they are asking on this. Next part, based on properties of determinants and its applications. Properties of determinants. Okay, based on properties of determinants and its applications. Applications. Like you know that all the determinant properties I explained based on that. And they're asking on adjoint matrix. Adjoint matrix and the properties based on this. So they're asking questions related to this, 5 questions. They're asking 5 questions based on this. 5 questions on this. And then asking that expansion of determinant, like these you have learned, the expansion of x plus 5, x square plus x plus 2, like x minus 3, x plus 2, x minus 5, related such kind of questions. Like I want to say such kind of variable related, these expansion related questions. Okay, they are asking on these 4 questions they asked, and I gave you shortcut methods on this, right? In previous I gave you shortcut methods how to find them. So based on this, they are focusing on JEE, right? This is what you have to know. So I explain this information. So totally here 554 means 14 questions. Mostly they are asking based on these topics. Next, how they are asking remain points, I am going to explain you right now. Okay. In this matrices and determinants, 14 questions I covered. Maxima, minima related questions. Maxima, minima related questions. Related applications of determinants. Okay. Applications in determinants with the trigonometric touch. Old JE papers. Old JE papers. Old JEE papers. Okay. Maxima, minima related determinants with the trigonometric touch. Okay, determinants with trigonometry somewhat involved. Trigonometry touch. So based on this they are asking questions. How much they asked here till now? 2 questions were asked in JEE 2020. Solving and applications of system of homogeneous equations. Like I told you already, homogeneous equations and system of equations. Like you already know that unique solution, no solution, consistent, inconsistent equations, consistent equation, no solution, unique solution, infinite solutions. Based on this they are asking questions, and these are 14 questions were asked based on this. So major role, you know that homogeneous, like you know ax plus by plus, like these questions you have already you have learned these things. So infinite solution, no solution, unique solution, cx plus dy is equal to 0. These type of homogeneous related questions, and no solution related questions, unique solution related questions, system of equations related 14 questions asked in JEE. So here this is the analysis of matrices and determinants. So you have learned about matrices and determinants, in that they are asking 30 questions, and which area they are asking and focusing, that I explained right now. Now we are going to learn next topic. Okay, so matrices, determinants you come to know. Right, now I am going to explain you next topic, permutations and combinations. Which area they are asking? Permutations and combinations. So which area they are asking most of the questions? This is you should know, right? Applications of sum, product rule and standard formula of P and C. These they are asking. Arrangement of letters of the word, applications of gap method, geometrical application, number theory related applications, applications of numbers of integral solutions. So based on this they are asking the questions. Applications of sum, product rule, standard formula, PNC, old JEE paper which I explained right now. Application sum, product rule, okay, product rule, based on some rule, product rule, like standard formulas related, NCR, NPR related, these NCR, NPR related, these type of question, old JEE questions. They asked 6 questions they asked here on this. 6 questions they asked on this topic. Old JEE papers only. Arrangement of letters of the word. Arrangement means you know that in dictionary or any arrangements related a book, how many ways you will arrange the letters. So arrangement related letters arrangement, letters of the word arrangement. Based on this they are asked 2 questions in JEE. This is I am discussing about 2020 paper. Gap method, you know already I explained about gap method and string method I explained. So based on this, they are asking, yeah, it is available in the playlist. 2 questions they are asking in this. Geometrical application, geometrical related, I already explained this. Geometrical related, they asked only 1 question. Number theory related applications like greatest integer, okay, number theory, fractional part, so greatest integer related, like you know that number of zeros, number of divisors, these related I explained in that. Number theory related, we called as number theory related, they asked 2 questions based on this. Then applications of numbers of integral solutions. Integral solution like x1 plus x2 plus x3 is greater than or equal to 20. Number of solutions, how many? x1 plus x2 plus x3 is equal to 6. The number of solutions. Related this, they asked 1 questions based on this. So this is the way they asked on permutations and combinations. Related to permutation combination, old JE paper, NCR related, NPR related, sum rule, product rule related, 6 questions they asked. Arrangement of letters like rank of a number, rank of anything, or arranging the letters, that is 2 questions they asked. Gap and string method, you know, 4 girls can be sit in between of 5 boys, like gap method, string method related, these 2 questions. Geometrical related 1 question like number of boxes, number of triangles related, like number of diagonal, number of lines related. So these type of geometrical questions they asked 1 questions. And number of zeros, number of divisors related, like I explained you, like 100 factorial have how many zeros, 100 factorial have how many zeros, like these questions. Number of divisor questions related, that questions they are asking 2 questions. And number of integral solution related these equations, they asked 1 question on permutations and combinations. This is about permutations and combinations. Isn't understood? It is about permutations and combinations. This is algebra analysis. I am doing algebra analysis. Part 2. This is the video number part 2. Part 1 I explained. Okay, it is there in the playlist. You can see there. This is part 2. Now next one. Probability related what they are asking. Probability related what they are asking. Applications of addition rule. Addition rule. You know, already I explained addition rule, multiplication rule. Okay, multiplication rule, and already conditional probability. I explained, you can see that. Conditional probability related to this, they are asking the questions. 6 questions were asked till now. I already told you probability total is 17 questions were asked in JEE. So in that 6 questions they asked here. And independent variable related, independent variable related old JE papers, they related to this, they asked 4 questions they asked here. Okay, applications on Bayes theorem, applications on Bayes theorem, they asked only 1 question here. Applications of random variable and distribution, like 2 hours lecture I took one day, 2 hours lecture I took one day. Do you remember 2 hours lecture? Like in that I explained, this is a board point of view, like that random variable, okay, distribution related questions, distribution, and these type of questions they asked three questions they asked. Binomial distribution, like you know that failure and success, binomial distribution. So binomial distribution based on these 2 questions. So totally 5 questions asked here. So I took 2 hours live lecture based on this topic. So 5 questions were asked in JEE 2020. Okay, all models related to digits, models related to digits, on digits. Like digits means, suppose I told you 2 dice are thrown, the sum is 12. What is the sum getting 12? 2 dice are thrown. Like digit related questions, they asked one question in JEE 2020. So this is the probability analysis of probability. Addition rule, multiplication rule, condition probability, 6 questions were asked. Old JEE paper independent events, related independent event, old JEE paper 4 questions they were asked. Applications on Bayes theorem, 1 question they asked. Random variable distribution, binomial distribution, 5 questions they asked. Model questions based on digit, they asked 1 question. This is about the information about, this is we are talking about probability. Okay, dear students, this is about probability. So we are discussing here today about algebra. So I hope probability completed. Now we can go for statistics. What they are asking in statistics? In statistics, we are going statistics. In this statistics, they asked the totally 15 questions in JEE 2020 related to mean and variance. First lecture I explained about that only in my playlist available. AP-GP related question, quadratic equation related question. So here these type of questions, mean and variance related questions, they are asking 12 questions on based on this. And application of standard deviation, applications of standard deviations, like applications on standard deviation, mean deviation, standard deviation, SD standard deviation. Based on this they asked 3 questions. Totally 15 questions were asked. I explained already on this means, variance, and you know that central tendency. Okay, standard deviation about mean, standard deviation about median. I explained all this. So mean, various related questions they are asking. Statistics, 15 questions they were asked. Now next, mathematical reasoning. That is a easy topic, everyone knows that. I explained many times mathematical reasoning. So mathematical reasoning about tautology, mathematical reasoning on this, mainly the mathematical reasoning on this, tautology. So tautology and its truth table related these things. They asked 9 questions in exam. 9 questions they were asked. And contrapositive, converse, inverse, you know, I explained contrapositive, positive, converse, inverse. Okay, converse, inverse related, negation of the statement. On this they asked 6 questions based on this. Application of like these are the questions we can see in mathematical reasoning. And in sets, let's see in sets they asked all about a number of A union B union C related, number of A union B related. These type of questions they asked 2 questions related to this. And algebra of sets, old JEE, cardinal number means number of elements in a set. Cardinal number related, based on this cardinal number related, algebra of sets related, 3 questions they asked. So number of A, number of B related. Okay, and sets, properties, sets, related sets and properties, like all these things, like all I explained already, De Moivre's law, these all like cardinal, right, complement laws related, that there these laws related, commutative law, associative law, these laws, identity law, inverse law. Okay, they related these questions. 3 questions they were asked. Based on this they asked this one. And then is the relation topics. The relation topic they asked only 2 questions they asked. domain range related domain range related questions on relations, inverse relation, this is based on this, and equivalence relation. Based on this, they asked two questions in JEE. Means relation a topic is there in the domain range related, inverse relation and equivalence relation, like symmetric, reflexive and transitive. A relation is symmetric, reflexive, transitive, then it is equivalence related. Based on this, two questions were asked. Okay, this is about algebra, mathematical reasoning, sets, relations on this topic. They asked like this, correct? Then when you see other topics related to this, what are there here remain? Quadratic equation, binomial theorem, complex numbers, progressions, that is very important. Binomial theorem. Now let us discuss quadratic equations. Related to quadratic equation, what type of questions they are asking? Algebra of roots of quadratic equations related to quadratic roots, sum of roots, product of roots, sum of roots, like product of roots, okay, nature of roots, old JEE paper, like two quadratic equations, related things. They asked 11 questions in this. Totally quadratic equations, 17 questions were asked. Next one is the solution and roots of, like here you know that transformation of roots, transformation of roots. This is topic also I explained, like alpha 1 by alpha, 1 by beta, alpha cube plus beta cube, like related, alpha beta plus beta gamma, like related. Such questions, 3 questions they asked. And application maxima minima related quadratic equations I explained. Based on this they asked 1 question. And roots of progressions, like here the roots related to progression, like AP, GP, HP related questions. They based on this they asked 1 question. This is good, important one. And critical point, like AOD related, applications of differentiation related 1 question. Like here they will give a cubic equation where it is increasing, at which critical point this quadratic or this cubic equation is increasing or decreasing. Like such questions, 1 type of questions they ask, like x square plus 5x plus 6 equal to 0, it is an increasing function or decreasing function. At which critical point it is increasing, at which point it is decreasing. Such type of questions 1. So this is related to quadratic equation they asked till now. Okay, this is about quadratic equations they asked. Okay, this is about quadratic equation. Next is binomial theorem. Binomial theorem, what type of questions they are asking here? This is very important. I explain you. Coefficient related questions. Coefficient of x power k, x cube, x power 3, like coefficient of this. Independent term, I told you already, independent terms. Okay, and then next, numerically greatest term, NGT, numerically greatest term of binomial, multinomial expansion. Okay, such questions, 12 questions were asked in JEE. 2020, these are 2020 related questions. Applications of progression with binomial coefficients, like here AP-GP related binomial coefficients related AP-GP, they asked only 1 question. And next one is they asked about maxima minima related, like NCR, greater, maximum when it is happen, minimum when it is happen. This is they asked 1 question. This I covered in my playlist, all the things. So number of integral solution, like you know 2 to the power of 1 by 2 plus 3 to the power of 4 by 5, 1 by 4 to the power of, like these are there, where you will get integral solution, number of integral solution that I explained, I gave homework also. Type of questions, 1 questions they asked here based on that. And greatest coefficient and greatest value, greatest coefficient greatest coefficient and greatest value. Based on this also I explained. And next one is the final one is properties of binomial coefficients. This is left to teach. Okay, properties of binomial coefficients. This based on this they asked one question. So this is what they are asking in binomial theorem. I covered this. Only one thing is left, properties on binomial coefficient, that is C1, C2, like related C1, C2 plus C2, C3 related questions. Like these questions, sigma related questions. Some related, these are left, only one this point is left in this chapter. Rest all I explained. So this is the way they are asking in exam. Binomial theorem 17 questions are there, but these are the questions I covered mostly in my playlist. Many questions I covered in playlist. So based on this they are asking like this. This is binomial theorem. Okay, this is what about binomial theorem. So I am discussing now here algebra, right? How they are asking in algebra. So this is only for algebra I explained, binomial theorem. Then complex numbers, how they are asking in complex numbers. How they are asking, like complex numbers, they focused on a plus iota b, means complex form, like such questions. Like here we can say a plus iota b divided by c plus iota d whole power n. Then what is the real part, imaginary part, like such questions. Like in z bar is equal to z iota, solutions of equations, like this question. Real z is equal to 0, related questions. Such questions here, geometrical locus, geometrical applications related. They asked 4 questions, these type of they asked. And a plus iota b, a plus argument related, argument of z, modulus of z, and argument of z, a plus iota b related. They asked 8 questions based on this. Okay, geometrical related, these equations related, they asked 4 questions. And next one is related to, the next point is related to De Moivre's law. I explain you De Moivre's law. Okay, De Moivre's theorem, related to De Moivre's theorem. Based on this De Moivre's theorem, they asked 1 question based on this. Solution related, equations related, 1 questions they asked. Complex numbers, equations related, 1 questions they asked. So this is what they are asking most required, like here quadratic related complex, modulus, matrices, determinant related things they asked. Based on this they asked 1 questions they asked. 2 questions they asked, I think 2 questions. Yeah, they asked here, like here totally in the 16 questions they asked. Out of 8 plus 4, 12, 13, 14, so 15, 16, 2 questions they asked. 2 questions based on this. So this is what about algebra, and it is about complex numbers. They asked here complex numbers. And the last and final in algebra, last concept of the algebra, what they asked here is last concept in algebra. They related to sequence and series, we can say, or we can say that progressions, we can say progressions. Okay, sequence and series or progressions related. These are problems on GP, problems related to GP. They asked 11 questions. Problems related to AP, they asked 13 questions. AP and GP related problems, all they asked here 24 questions they asked. AM, GM, HM I related. See, I explained 3 hours lecture on AM, GM, HM relations. 3 questions they asked in JEE, and sigma n square, sigma n cube related. They asked 2 questions, telescopic method, special series. They asked 2 questions in this 2020 here. So this is the analysis of algebra, total, sequence and series, all the chapters of algebra. In next lecture I will explain about calculus. What is the weightage of calculus, how they are asking in exam, which subtopic they are asking more, I will explain. Then after I'll in next lecture I'll give you 60 days plan how to score 180 lets. So I am making into part 1 I took as part 1 live, part 2 this is completed, part 3 I am going to upload again, and next part 4. So I am going to divide this is in 4 parts to score 180 marks. So I will discuss in the next coming lecture. Till then, take care, bye bye.